Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for you to take your seats. The show is about to begin.
Musical, lyrical lingo. Every episode a new bingo. Laugh and sing, go with the flow. Tune in as the memories grow.
Hello and welcome to Musical Lyrical Lingo. We're your hosts, Tim
and LJ today, and every week we will be discussing musicals, but specifically what they taught us.
I'm just thinking we should have spelt our names out today. We didn't think.
No. Lauren.
Lauren. Tim. Tim. Can I have that in a sentence? Tim has signed his contract and is going to be a movie star.
Are you?
Also,
What?
Paddington, it's not going to happen.
No.
Got
too many other commitments.
Also, they were offering me alternate. I'm not an alternate.
Oh.
However,
Right.
hands off, hats off to the alternates out there.
Yeah.
But, if you're going to be in a movie,
Well, it's a musical. Music movie?
No, but if I'm going to be in the Mary Poppins movie,
right, okay.
then,
Sorry, get you back.
Anyway, moving on really quickly. Only two bits of musical theatre news. Very sad because Maz Murray has set her final performance date in West End's Mamma Mia at the Novella Theatre, and she will be finishing in it on the 4th of October. Now, Murray has led the West End company since 2019 as Donna. However, previously, having played Tanya from 2015 to 2017, she has been in that show since 2015.
Yeah.
That's massive.
Yeah.
We were talking about Rafiki last week, and now we're talking about Maz Murray.
I wonder what she's going to go into.
Oh, listen, it will be so interesting because she's done a few wee bits and pieces whilst contracted to Mamma Mia. Like she did do like a Sunset Boulevard concert. Like her voice is rocking. I think she's class.
So I'm intrigued to see what she's doing.
Yeah. Do you think she's come out of it because there is something there that she's like... Or is she just...
I'm hopeful that that's the reason why.
Your eyelashes are lovely. They're just popping out of me there.
Thanks. I'm hopeful that there's something.
Okay.
There's something.
Yeah.
And there's so many rumours as well about what is coming to the West End.
What have you heard? I haven't heard.
You haven't heard?
What?
Well, Beetlejuice.
Okay, yeah, Beetlejuice. Nah, I don't say anything on Beetlejuice for. Do you?
No, don't say anything. But Death Becomes Her.
Is there talk of Death Becomes Her coming to the West End? This early, this soon? I can't. I'm going to wet myself.
Yeah. It's all still rumors.
She'd be brilliant in Death Becomes Her.
Yes.
I so want to say, that's my new...
I know.
That's my new thing. I've listened to it, I think about 20 times.
Yeah. So
that was rude. That was pretty.
So I'm hopeful that she's going to go and do something really.
Yeah, like that.
Really special.
Talking of special, I haven't heard of this before, but Samantha Barks is embarking on a cathedral tour.
Yes.
It just sounds beautiful. Yeah. It's promising an intimate candlelit affair touring cathedrals across the UK. She's the first musical theatre star to do a cathedral tour. So the Lit by Candlelight, the concerts will take place throughout November, visiting Lichfield, Chester, Portsmouth, Carlisle, Lincoln, Llandaff, and Durham. Now, if you're talking about cathedral tour, we have beautiful cathedrals over here.
I know. So,
I mean, just get on the ferry and come over.
Exactly. It's not that far.
Come on.
Just get on the plane. I mean, either way. It's not that far.
Do you know what? we'll go across and get you and bring you over.
Perfect. We'll piggyback you.
It sounds beautiful though, doesn't
Yeah,
it? And
yeah,
so different.
Yeah.
How lovely.
Yeah, I think
What a
so.
different thing to do.
I think that sounds really nice. Another thing I have, and I haven't actually suggested it to you on doing it now live on the pod. Do you hear
The people sing,
No.
I never want to hear that song again.
that The Devil Wears Prada soundtrack
Yes.
is being released?
Yes.
But it's not out yet.
Yes.
So I was thinking, our, podcast would mix up a wee bit. Do you want to do like a live listen, or do you want to do an episode where we listen to the musical of Devil Wears Prada?
Oh yeah, let's do it.
Because
Something
I was
different for
so
the pod.
intrigued by that musical too.
Yeah. Do you know what I'll have to do though? I'll have to watch the film first.
Have you not seen the film?
No.
Oh my
come
gosh.
on. If it's a cult film, I haven't seen it. Let's just go with that. To be fair to myself, as I was growing up, as a wee buck, like I didn't really watch very many films. Like I did, like
That's because you were watching the same thing on repeat 20 times.
Do you know what it was? I didn't even watch films.
Yeah.
Like unless it was Grease.
Yeah.
I was just like singing along to like musicals.
I know. I'm watching like Hey Mr. Producer and
Yeah.
like, listening to it.
Do you know what I mean? Like I didn't go to the cinema to see films and stuff like that. Sounds like it was locked away, but it wasn't. But I wasn't having a merry old time, but just not watching cult films. Anyway, yes, let's do it. We'll have a live listen.
Let's listen because I think that this is going to be. I think people are really starting to like love it.
Yeah.
And the fact that they did this whole big like social media thing about get Elton on the phone.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen the film, you'll not have understood that
Any
reference.
of this? No, I haven't seen any of what you're talking about, to be quite honest with you.
Right, okay. Watch the film.
Okay. No, I will watch the film. I also love that it's kind of growing legs, that show, because it was in for a limited time and then it's just been extended and extended and extended. And fair dues to her, Vanessa Williams is extending each time with it, which I just think is lovely. She wasn't over for a short stint, or she was originally, because that's what she'll have been contracted for, and she's like, no, I'm not going anywhere.
That's what I mean. I'm really
staying here.
excited about that musical because I feel like it's growing.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of love for it. So
a lot of love. So
I feel like we should listen to the start track.
Perfect. We'll do it. Cast recording. Right. What are we going to listen to this week then?
The 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Bee.
Well done.
Thank you. That was a mouthful.
Yeah, yes, the 25th annual. It's easier if you sing it. The spelling bee. Okay.
Okay, so set in a high school gymnasium.
Right.
6 middle school age spellers compete in a spelling bee, each a little misfit, and their songs give insight into their lives. Though there's 6 middle school spellers, there's actually 12 people on stage.
Yes, so this was one of the things that I learnt about it. So the 25th annual, I'm just going to call it 25th annual because to say, just call it spelling bee. Yeah. So I have to give it its full account. The 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Bee, it's charmed audiences with its like effortless wit and humour, featuring a fast-paced, wildly funny and touching book by Rachel Shinkin. I think Shinkin, and a lovely, truly fresh and vibrant score by William Finn. I think this bee is an unforgettable experience, to be honest. But what I didn't realise was it was that the spelling bee was originally took inspiration from Rebecca Fieldman's improvisational play, Crepuscule.
Crepuscule.
Okay, spelt out like that.
Yeah.
And in keeping with that improvisational roots, the show invites 4 audience members on stage to compete in the bee during each performance.
Yeah.
Notably, guest and spellers included the former presidential candidate Al Sharpton and Julie Andrews.
Yeah,
Did you know that?
daughter.
And her daughter.
Yeah.
And during a kids' night on Broadway in 2007, film and stage star Julie Andrews, as guest speller, fittingly was eliminated when she misspelt. What word?
What?
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. So like fun. Like this is such fun. Like I just think this musical is fun with heart. Like
yes. Oh yeah.
And there's such beautiful heart.
Yeah.
I've only seen it live once and I went and you know when you go and you don't know what you're going to see and I was absolutely enamored by it. To the point I went away, listened to the soundtrack, and it's not a musical I think I ever would have thought of listening before having seen it. And I would say I'm slightly obsessed by it.
Oh, okay.
And doing the pod and doing this episode, it meant I had to revisit it. And I think in preparation for this, I have listened to it like 5 times.
Oh, really?
Yeah, from start to finish 5 times. Once even at the gym, I cross-trained my whole way through this album.
Go you.
I was singing along too. They were looking at me. But I went, when I'm good and I'm on a cross-trainer and I look this good in a cross-trainer, you can look all you want.
I love
At
it.
the 25th annual, the arms and legs are going like mad.
You've got someone.
I'm not that smart. People have been telling me that for years. Can't you see it?
That is so funny. I wish there was CCTV I could access. That's brilliant.
Honestly.
Love it. Yeah, the spellers are eliminated one by one.
Yeah.
And they are comforted by a comfort counsellor.
I think we all need a comfort counsellor, to be fair.
Oh, yeah. Just box and a hug. I'd be happy with that.
Have a wee drink of juice and a wee hug and you'll be fine.
Yeah, and then there's sometimes in some productions they will have a comedian be the announcer who will then, can you put that in a sentence, please?
Yeah.
So I think a lot of the productions, there's it's not very rigid, so you can play about with it a lot.
Yeah.
You get the license for it. You can maybe change a few things and maybe make it more comedy trip-esque rather than directly musical theatre. Which I think that's
no,
class,
listen,
that kind of
it's supposed to be fun. Do you know what I mean? Like you totally get that from even listening to it. Go ahead.
I just love the fact as well that almost every show is going to be unique then, because you're going to have different people up, and I think that's theatre.
And that whole idea of playing on who you've got, do you know what I mean? If you get a real character up, then all those other actors can like really lean into that, do you know what I mean? And have a bit of fun. Yeah. The musical opened off Broadway at the Second Stage Theatre on January 2005 and then premiered on Broadway at the Circle in the Square Theatre. Great name. I love the name of some American theatres. Like they're brilliant. In April 2005. So didn't take long to move from off to on Broadway. It closed in January 2008 after a really impressive 1,136 performances. Like the Spelling Bee was on Broadway longer than Legally Blonde that we talked about last week. So like,
like it's so strange. And like you said, because it does have a lot of heart.
Yeah.
This musical too. And I think that does come down to William Finn and his...
Let's take a quick break.
Hey, I'm Sam.
And I'm Max.
We're the hosts of 78 Amped, a music podcast stacked with all the news, reviews and interviews that will help you find the next great song to add to your playlist.
3 times a week, each week, we dive deep on the latest and the greatest from artists in Australia and around the world, chat with the people who made them, and invite you to a secret club for music lovers, all with a pretty healthy dose of smack talk along the way.
Smack talk?
Yeah, thought it'd be a bit nice.
So tune in Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays on your favourite podcast platform to 78 Amped and hear a different take on music.
I reckon we nailed that first time. Don't need another take.
I think...
he's also known for Falsettos, Falsetto Land, but also The Brave Little Toaster. Do you remember that little cartoon?
No.
Oh my gosh, why?
What is The Brave Little Toaster?
A rock.
I'm sorry. Where can I see The Brave? Is it on YouTube?
Oh, I'm sure it's on YouTube now. But
Right, okay.
Yeah. Oh, I just like. But anyway,
I am so Googling that later.
Yeah, so it does have an awful lot of heart. And I think that's for people. That's why it lasted.
Yeah, yeah.
Did. You also had those big star names in it, like Jesse Tyler Ferguson. It's so good.
Yeah,
role so good.
What role does he play? Is it Lee?
I'm Not Smart.
Yeah.
And it's a lovely musical. But yeah, absolutely bonkers.
Yeah.
Where you think about it.
Oh, but I love it. It won several awards, including 2005 Drama Desk Award for Outstanding Ensemble Performance. And that kind of like leans into what we've been talking about there. Like that idea of like using the audience members and working together and it always being different and having to work together as an ensemble.
And I love, there's loads, because it's a big one in the drum world. I love on YouTube, you can watch like, William Harvard School in Chicago putting it on. Like you can put all these like little primary schools or secondary schools or high schools in America putting them on, and when they've got somebody in participating and the cast are lifting them up and they're pulling them down, and it's, do you know what, I'm like, this is so much fun.
It's
and
just
you're just
fun.
watching wee snippets of people on stage having fun.
That's what it's
with
about.
People who didn't realise that they were going to be on stage that night. I just think it's great.
Yeah. It also won 2 Tony Awards for Best Book and Best Featured Actor for Dan Fogler. It got 6 nominations in total at the Tonys that year. The first production outside of the US was at the Melbourne Theatre Company in Australia in January 2006. And the musical didn't make its West End debut until it premiered in the Donmar Warehouse in February 2011. Interestingly directed by
Jamie Lloyd.
Yeah. We didn't even know who he was back then. And now look at him.
I'm so surprised that it only lasted February to April. But then I'm thinking, we don't have spelling bees.
I also don't. Yes, we don't have spelling bees because that's actually my first musical lyrical lingo.
Yeah.
But we also don't have that type of humour, I don't think.
Yeah, true. It is.
I think it's very American.
It is.
Laughs.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. Because I originally had missed that it was in the Donmar, because it was like,
Has it had a UK?
It had, and then I was like, oh, that was the UK. No, there was it's coming back, I think, in November for a very limited run in Broadway.
Oh, is it?
And it was in 2024. There was a very limited run, and it featured like Beanie, who was in Funny Girl.
Funny Girl, yes.
And your man from Glee.
Dan Chris?
No.
Matthew Morrison?
No. He's just been in
Chris
Frogs.
Koffler? No. Oh.
He was Artie in the wheelchair.
Oh, yes, Kevin
McCall. No, not Kevin McCall. That's your man that does.
Kevin McCall?
Yes.
Okay. There we go.
Anyway, so there's definitely lots, a bit of a buzz about it.
And there's also a buzz because in April 2021, a Disney film adaptation was announced to be in the works. And funny, I was only, before we agreed to do this musical, like a couple of weeks ago, I was reading an article about the movie musicals that are in the works or are still, in
the process of being
or like, basically movie musicals you could see.
Yes, okay.
Coming soon. And Spelling Bee was still on that list.
Oh, is it still?
Because it's still on the list, yeah.
21, that's 4 years ago. In the world of theatre, that's pretty much, or world of movies, that's pretty much 20 years ago.
No, well, it's still on the list, as was obviously the remake of Mary Poppins, starring yours truly.
Yes.
Anyway, back to the spelling bee. You shouldn't have started that. You have created a monster, Lauren. The Broadway cast recording, which I love, was also nominated for a Grammy Award. So there we go.
It was. I am going to say that if you have never listened to this musical before, it's another one of my LJ's top tips. Listen to it again. So
Yeah.
you need to listen to it more than once to understand it, because it's very fast as well.
Yeah.
With all those like eliminations, like first person, they're only like 30 seconds. But if you don't know what the musical's about, you're like, what is going on? So it takes you maybe about 2 or 3.
So listen to our podcast and then go and listen to the cast recording.
Yeah. And it also takes you a wee while to get, if you haven't heard his style of songs before.
Fair, yeah.
I think it takes you a wee minute because they're not always on the beat. Would that be fair?
Yeah. No, they're very... And sometimes they're clashy in a way.
Yeah.
But I think dramatically they have to be clashy, don't they? Yeah. Oh, listen, I adore it. I absolutely adore it.
There's some really great songs that we would have learned, like students would sing. Lyrics exams.
And do you know what I love? Because obviously around all the improvisational stuff that's going on with the audience members being part of it and everything like that, you then have these 6 main spellers, and each of their songs is completely different, like different styles, sounds different, but every single song you can understand that character perfectly. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like perfectly, like, yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, really brilliant.
So MLLs?
Yeah, so my musical lyrical lingo, obviously spelling bees, as you said, we don't have them. These spelling competitions where competitors are asked to spell a broad selection of words with a varying degree of difficulty. Now, historically, the word bee has been used to describe a get-together or a communal work, which also makes sense. Yeah. So earliestly, not even a word, the earliest known evidence of the phrase spelling bee in print dates back to 1850.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't think that old either. Although the earlier name spelling match has been traced way back to 1808.
Whoa.
Yeah. So the key impetus of the contest was Noah Webster's spelling books, first published in 1786, known as you can just imagine what they look like, the blue-backed speller.
Oh, yeah.
Webster books were an essential part of the curriculum in all elementary schools in the US for 5 generations.
Oh, okay.
And I'm sure there was born as I fart.
Yeah.
Spelling bees became wider spread across the US during the 19th century as a way of motivating students to learn standardized spelling. So there you go.
Well, I want to ask you, as a teacher, do you feel spelling bees have a place?
I've completely toyed with, so like in our school we do lots of, so our pupils are split up into houses, and like we have house competitions, and it's really good for morale, and it's a really positive thing in our school. But most of the competitions are like sport-led competitions. Now we do a quiz, like a house quiz, and it's so much fun. But I have toyed with doing a spelling, like a house quiz spelling bee for a couple of years. But the only reason I haven't gone there is because I don't know. Okay. I don't know how it would go down.
Yeah.
Because I know what kids are like. You know, the idea of standing up in front of people today's and spelling, like, it would give me anxiety. Do you know what I mean? But like, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm intrigued by it because I think...
Because even the way of learning, like back in our time, because we're Jurassic.
Yeah. Old, as my son said earlier.
Listen, well, I called him on it, didn't I? I wasn't letting him away with it. I was like, sorry, what do you mean by old? Like, I didn't let him go. God bless him. He was nearly hiding under the table when I had finished with him. He knows it was just him. we would, like, our learning process would have involved a lot of rote learning, like calling things out, like your tables, like your spellings, you know, and that's not a done process anymore. Do you know what I mean? Like, education have wanted you to move on from that. However, controversial, I still think it has its place. Like, it certainly put stuff into our brains and it stayed there. Do you know what I mean?
It goes back to we've all got our own learning style. So, you know, if you're visual, if you're auditory, if you need to read, if you need to write, or if you need to do, I mean, that will all matter. And for those kids that need to say out loud, then a spelling bee is perfect.
I know. But don't get us started, or this podcast will turn into an educational podcast. However, saying that, a lot of my musical lyrical lingos are actually the words they have to spell.
I know, me too. And I actually did have to stop because I was like, this is actually just going to highlight how stupid I am.
I think the words I think the words are difficult, and actually I think it is better that you listen to our podcast on this musical and then go and listen to the cast recording, because you'll know these words now. So, like, for example, in the opening number, they say, Miss Peretti, spell syzygy. Yes. I mean, how would you spell syzygy? Syzygy. Like, how would these kids ever get it? The words that the characters spell in Putnam often have a deeper meaning as well. So it's not just about spelling the word metaphorically or simply comedically have another job to tell. So syzygy is defined by the speller, Merriam-Webster, as the nearly straight line configuration of three celestial bodies, such as the sun, the moon and earth, during a solar or lunar eclipse in a gravitational system. Right? In a sense, this word could also represent a moment where the planets align for Rona Peretti, creating a joyful moment that could influence the rest of her life. Yeah.
And this is the lady that's like running the spelling bee. Back to when she won it. When she was this age, and she won it. And obviously, if she hadn't won it, maybe she wouldn't be standing there today doing it. So it's all connected.
They sing, we hear the word, we breathe, we wait. Unlike idiots, we ideate. To idiot is to form an image or idea to think.
Yeah. I know.
Did you have any for the opening number?
It says, the stories I could tell, but braggarts don't do well around here. And that just is people who boast loudly about themselves, their possessions, or their accomplishments.
But what a great word. But you're such a braggart.
We all know brag. Yeah. So they're bragging or to brag. But I was like, oh, I love
braggart. I know. I thought the same. I was like, that is a great word for calling someone who's just having to brag about themselves. You're such a braggart.
In the song, My Friend, the dictionary.
Oh, like the fact you've got a friend. It's a diction. Your dictionary's a friend.
And you think this song has a little bit of heart until she returns at the end to her last song, and then you're like, oh, that song is heartbreaking.
Yeah. There is a lot of like, oh, bless them.
Yeah, I know. So she says, my mother's in an ashram in India, which is a Hindu spiritual heritage or community for a religious retreat. Yeah. So because she's so pleased to sit there that I saved that seat.
I know.
For my mother, even though she's there, and please don't sit there because that's for my dad. And,
so neither of her parents are there, but she still leaves seats for them in case they come.
I know.
Oh, don't, my heart.
She does also say bone throbbing.
So Miss Ostrowski, the word is bonanthropy.
Well, see, I had to say it out. So BOANTHROPY.
Are you not impressed that I knew boanthropy?
Super impressed. A psychological disorder where people think they are a cow or an ox.
Yeah. So and I then thought this was like, I was like, that can't be for real. That is for real. Like there are people in this world that have boanthropy, where they believe themselves to be bovine, which is like cattle, as you said.
Like what?
I know, I don't. If I saw someone walking down the street mooing like a cow, I don't know what I'd do.
What? I don't.
But we can't. We're not shaming. We're not shaming. Like, but I didn't know that was a thing.
No. Like, anyway. One of the best songs in this musical is Pandemonium.
Yeah.
Like,
Pandemonium.
Like, it's so funny as well because it's life. And they're talking about life in a spelling bee, how, sometimes life is just really hard. Yeah. And then you look at like your friend and it looks like they're having a really easy time. Yeah. Like, how are you getting dealt that? And I'm getting dealt this.
And it all starts because the previous speller was put out after a really hard word. And then the next speller gets up and it's like, spell
dinosaur.
Yeah. And they're like, what? I know that. That's not fair. And then it's like, life is pandemonium, because they're all freaking out at the unfairness of it all.
Yeah. And I think that must be...
Or they get gradually harder, but there isn't like a...
Yeah, you could be spelling broccoli and you could be spelling... Like
cat. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like it needs to go, in a progression of slowly getting harder, not like starting with the likes of staphylococcus, which is one of the words that was mentioned. It's a bacteria that causes pus formation, especially in the skin. It's basically a spotty skin, isn't it? Yeah. Staphylococcus. Yeah. Awful.
I actually, whenever I haven't seen that word not in this. Oh, I thought it was a dinosaur.
Oh, did you? Yeah. It does sound like a dinosaur. Yeah. They also mention antediluvian.
Yep, I didn't know that. The period before the biblical flood.
Yeah.
What? And schematic?
Or more common. So that also, that antediluvian, you're right, biblically wise, it's that period, it refers to the period before the flood, but also more commonly to anything extremely old-fashioned or primitive.
Okay.
There you go.
Interesting. Schematic? SCHEMATIC.
I love that you're just spelling them out.
I know.
Bless you. You did a great job. Life is pandemonium.
Abstract diagram, graphic, with symbols and lines to illustrate elements and connections to a system. I'm like, there's an actual word for those little designs.
But you know what it is? Like, one of the songs describes it perfectly for me and this situation and these words. I'm not that smart.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you know what I mean? Like, so, but oh my God, that wee song. Because he's just like, people have been telling me that for years, that I'm not smart.
I know.
And then he's like, I like my hair. Really, it is pleasant to the touch.
And he's dressed in
love him.
Cape or something, or like a wizard's cape.
I just love him.
Yeah.
So Coney Bear gets a coochie.
Yeah.
So, the rodent resembling the other rodent, which was the ACOUCHI. So you actually don't get the end of the definition of a coochie in the musical. So I'll tell you, because I learnt it. A large forest rodent resembling a Gouti, Gouti, found in the Amazon basin. Yeah. Interestingly, many of the words that Leaf is asked to spell, like capybara and chinchilla, and of course a coochie, they're all names of South American rodents for some reason.
Interesting.
I don't know. And additionally, later on during second, Olive is also asked to spell Ilpile. ILSPILE, and that's the name of a variety of porcupines, often native to South America.
Oh,
there you go. Who knows why? But listen,
who knows why? Yes, I like that. I'm not that smart because I mean, we could all say that about a different topic.
Oh, we all
Right?
feel like
Because,
that sometimes,
yeah,
don't
but
we?
You know what? We all excel in our own way,
But-
and that's the important thing to remember.
But then you've got the reprise
Yeah.
that he sings at the end, I'm not that smart reprise, and they say, he finally goes, I am smart.
Yeah.
Like, he
believes it.
yeah, well, that's it. They say, he sings, they say a bell can break your heart, and they're referring to that bell because if you get a spelling wrong, you hear the bell. They ring the bell. Like one of those ding, like tabletop bells. So he says, they say the bell can break your heart, but just not mine, since I opine, O-P-I-N-E. I think I know I'm smart. That's what he says. So opine, this means to hold firmly to an opinion. So Leaf is making it clear that he strongly believes that he is smart.
Oh, that's
Bless him.
so good.
I know.
But another word in that song that I did learn was anathema, A-N-A-T-H-E-M-A, which is a thing or somebody who is excommunicated from a church.
Oh.
I mean, it's a very big word for
Very big. Very, very
that.
big.
Anyway, there's another funny song about selling some.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. My unfortunate erection.
Which I think.
Or we could just call it Chip's Lament.
Chip's Lament. I think whenever you realise that this started off as like a comedy sketch sort of like show, this all makes so much more sense, doesn't it?
It does, but also working with children, it also makes sense in that if a child gets something wrong, there will always be a reason why they got it wrong. They didn't get it. I didn't get it wrong. It was because this happened.
Yeah.
And I just love when this happened in the show, because Chip has previously been eliminated, which is a big, massive shock, because I think Chip won the year before.
Yes,
so he was like the favourite, and it was almost like, I can't be wrong. And he also gets it wrong because he got distracted by Coney Bear, I think, or no, it wasn't Coney Bear. It got distracted. Was it Coney Bear's sister or something?
Is that what
who
it is? Yeah.
they randomly pick an audience member and then they make it clear he fancies.
Okay.
And so he's in the middle of spelling the word. He notices her and then goes back to finishing the word, but repeats the last letter he spelt. So it's no, but I got it right.
Yes, that's right. Because there's very clear rules where you can stop, but you can't change the order of the letters that you've already said.
Yeah.
So he's like, I spelled it right though. I spelled it right.
Yeah. So then later on in the show, he returns selling confectionery sweets, and then he sings this song for the reason why.
Yes, he's out
because he got distracted by and he got a very unfortunate that.
Yeah, it's funny. There's the word in there, derision.
Yeah.
R-I-S-I-O-N. So he talks about how it's okay whenever somebody goes out in a spelling bee, you're allowed to laugh at them.
Yeah.
And that's what that word means.
He says it is a tradition that the person eliminated from the competition is fair game for derision.
Yeah.
Bless him.
That's not nice.
Especially the alpha male who'll sell goodies at the bake sale.
Yeah. Yeah.
He sings My Unfortunate Protuberance, or I can't say that word. It seems to have its own exuberance.
Yes.
Anyone for M&Ms? Delicious and appropriate. Anyone for chewy gobbers? Yes. And it was these gobbers that I went, what on earth is a gobber? So gobber is slang for chocolate-covered peanuts. Did you know that? There you go. If you want to, well, that's what I thought too, and that's what I was expecting to see when I looked it up. But it's actually chocolate-covered peanuts or gobbers.
Chocolate-covered peanuts.
So did I. So there you go. Very funny.
Yeah. No. That's all my actual learning.
Yeah.
There were more words, but
I'm
starting to go.
I think I'm nearly done too. I had "Woe is me." And they sing, be smart, be cool, be an adult, be remarkably adroit in social situations, ADROIT. So adroit is often misheard in the musical. They think it is remarkably adjoy rather than remarkably adroit. But in keeping with the B's words, it is instead adroit, clever or skillful in using the hands or mind.
Oh, very good.
So it makes, having it as a draught makes sense, doesn't it? Yeah.
Absolutely.
I just thought that's funny. Even we're not the only ones that mishear lyrics, Lauren.
No. It's
Very
a common problem.
Yeah. And then I Love You song. Now, does that not break your heart?
Yeah, so that's what I mean. That's, you think the dictionary, you think where she's saying, you're like, oh, that's so sad.
Yeah.
And that is like one of my standing questions is this is love.
Me too. Yeah. So in the I Love You song, she has to spell chimerical, and I love that. Like every song starts with spell such and such, and then they go into their song. Chimerical, highly unrealistic, wildly fanciful, hoped for but illusionary or impossible to achieve.
Yeah, because she's imagining if she wins and she's going to have to go off to the final in Washington, who's going to be her chaperone, because actually her mum isn't just away on this religious retreat. Her mum's having a mental breakdown and is there, and then her dad isn't very nice to her. And she says, I think he does the things to me that he...
I think Dad is angry. He takes out what he wants to say to you or something like that. Yeah.
And what I thought I was reading was usually the two people that are representing her mum and dad are usually played, or at the very beginning were played by the two people doing the spelling competition, because they're her father, or they're her family figures in
the show,
in this sort of safe arena.
Wow.
So I was like, oh, there's loads of layers to this.
Yeah, very much so, yeah.
Oh, okay, where she's actually adopting strangers as her parents, because she doesn't have those figures in her life. Oh, that's sad.
And then obviously if the dramatical and the context of it isn't like hard-hitting enough, then what the song sounds like, the fact that you've got three people who all have their own individual melody singing it at the same time, it somehow seems to fit together. Like it is an amazing song, like really properly specially written. Like
it's a beautiful
song. And it's interesting, like the first time I came across, so obviously I saw Spelling Bee here. Actually, it was in our Mac Theatre a number of years ago. But prior to that, I had only heard two songs from this show. And it was during the times of, do you remember when you would have had those download sites and stuff? Yeah. And you just went on and musical theatre. And the first song that popped up from the Spelling Bee was the I Love You song.
Oh, okay.
And when I say I burnt that onto CDs and listened to it nonstop, listen to it nonstop, because it just it's a wow sounding song, isn't it? Yeah. And then the second one that I came across on the downloading site was I'm Not That Smart. Like, what perfect adverts for Spelling Bee. I think it is absolutely
great.
Love it.
Yeah. And one that we haven't really talked about as well is I speak 6 languages.
Yes.
It's so funny.
Brilliant.
It's so funny. And it's the subcontext. Yeah. The subtext where she says that she plays rugby. And in America, rugby wouldn't be as big as rugby is over here. Yeah. So the fact that they've chosen rugby to show, she's like, it's good for being athletic and stuff, but it's probably just got so much aggression inside of her. Yeah. And she's trying to get rid of it, but she's just that overachiever in so many different ways. Yeah. I just think it says so much, that song.
It is so as a social study, they've got it so spot on. There are these children and they they sing about how when they're at the Spelling Bee they're happy,
Yes.
and that actually outside, you know, people like people are mean to them and take things out on them because they're smart, because we're smart.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, but yet when they come to the spelling bee, they're at home and they're safe
And they're shining
like
in their
and that is life for some children. You know, there it is. It's this the song they sing is why we like to spelling.
Yes, yeah.
You know, so and I love the song because it just paints that perfect picture of some children in school. You know, they sing the chaotic life of a 12-year-old is too hard, and you never know what's coming next. But in spelling, there are things have logic and line, and they also, and that's it. Like some kids like things to be logical and, you know, in line and like, you know, routine and all the rest of it. They also sing, "Lo, at school we seem strange, at the bee we seem better."
Yeah. Yeah.
People love to hate us because we're too damn smart, and our loves we do not believe that we'll succeed, and our hearts we do not believe will succeed.
Yeah.
Sad.
I know.
Prayer of the comfort counselor.
Yeah.
They say, "I'm sorry, you missed a silent Q," and that's why they put that speller out, because of the silence Q. Interestingly, that line was actually added into the Broadway version.
Right.
Because of a moment that happened during one of the shows.
Right, okay.
So once an audience volunteer actually became a spelling bee champion.
What?
Because they answered all 14 of the increasingly harder words until they had to make up a word to stop them and get them put out of it. Because obviously they couldn't have an audience member win the contest, because obviously that's the plot is that, you know. So, and so they were like, "Oh, sorry, you missed the silent Q," because interestingly, there's no English words that have a silent Q in them. Okay. And there's only one word that I know of, lacquer, LACQUER,
Okay.
that has a silent Q, but I don't think it's of English origin.
Oh, okay.
And they sing, you know, yeah. So there you go.
Oh, interesting.
So but the silent Q was added to eliminate the volunteer that was too good at spelling.
That's brilliant. I always do wonder about that. Like, how do they make sure that somebody doesn't stay into the very end?
They
make up a word.
They make up a word and make up a reason for them getting the spelling wrong. It kind of adds a bit to the whole unfairness and pandemonium of Pandemonium.
Pandemonium.
Yeah, life is random and unfair. Life is pandemonium. Oh, magic food as well.
Oh, that's
magic food. Like the child who has spells the word out using his foot before he then reads it out. Or like there's one that, is it the same one? Who says it into, cups his mouth and says it into his hand.
That's a different one,
Just adorable.
See, I
so
need to
cute.
do that. I need to spell things out, and sometimes if somebody says something, I'll write it.
Yeah,
because I'm visual and a doer. That's me.
I'm exactly the same as you. I hate spelling out a word. Every so often a child will come up and go, "How do you spell such and such?" I will never immediately go blah 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 and say it out. I will go and write it down myself and go, "Right, that looks right, that's right," and then I'll tell them. I can't say it out loud.
If one of the students that I'm teaching and they need something, I say, "Let me write it down." I just need to. Or sometimes if I'm writing on the board, then I take a step back and go, "Yep, that's fine," because sometimes when you're so close to it, you're just not too sure. But because I also do explaining that we all learn differently. But magic fit's a good one. It's a good one for that.
Yeah. So your standing ovations then? I love you song.
Pandemonium and I love you song.
Yeah. Mine is, I've just written "The Show!" !
I just love it.
I really do. I really do. And I wish it was done more.
Yeah.
I really do wish it was done more. I just love the characters and the characterization of it. I love the funny. I'm a funny. I like funny. but I also love the heart that's in it. Do you know what I mean? And my two standout songs, because they're my earliest memory, I mentioned to you already. The I Love You song, and I'm not that smart. It's such a brilliantly written song.
Yeah. I do love
for character.
That when you think of the whole thing, it's don't judge people. Let people be themselves, or be yourself, and try. Because that's what all they're doing is trying to spell these words, and they're trying their best, and I do love it. I think this would be a great musical to do with. We already know that it's done with adults being middle schoolers, but I think it would be a great musical to do with actual middle schoolers. So there's kids that are around that age, and then also kids that are 16, 17, 18. Or have left that age but are not too far away from it. Just to kind of revisit. It would be a really interesting experiment just to kind of give them a couple of these songs and you have to act like it was 5 years ago. Because I think that would be much harder than acting as if they were 7 or 6. Or
absolutely.
Like that.
But now that you've listened to this podcast, please go and listen to the soundtrack. You won't regret it, because actually when you know the context of it, you can listen through to it, and you can follow along, and you know what's going on. And
it's not very long either.
No.
It's not a very long musical. I think it's like an hour and 20 or something like that.
Don't talk too much about the time, because don't forget I cross-trained the whole way through this album. So, I don't want
1
people...
1 hour, 20 minutes plus 3
I
hours.
don't want people to think I was on that cross-trainer for like 15 minutes. Like, it was a proper stint I did. Like, I was sweating. And didn't feel my legs when I got off. Oh, proper jelly, like.
Because you were too busy singing.
Literally. No, my plan was, like, because I'm not going to lie to you, I totally went down a total love-in with this musical again, because I listened to it, obviously, because, that's what we do when we've decided what we're going to do next. We listen again to the musical and remind yourself of all the good, the bad, the ugly, and all the rest of it, and then start listening closely into the lyrics again. And I went, oh God, I need to listen to that again. And I listened to it in the car going somewhere, and I was like, I need to listen to that again. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to get in that cross-trainer. Spelling Bee is going to get me through the torture of that bloody machine, which is not my friend.
Oh, there you go.
It certainly did. Now, I did get a few funny looks.
Who cares? There should be a musical theatre gym.
I'm not that... Oh, we could make a fortune.
Why is this not a thing?
Like, people are all ranting and raving about these musical theatre raves. Imagine a musical theatre gym where they just pumped in... Like, oh my goodness, there's so many musical theatre songs that are good for workouts. Like, imagine running on the treadmill to You Can't Stop the Motion of the... You'd run faster than you've ever ran before.
I know.
Right, let's do it.
Okay.
That's the rower. The video of this episode is going to be hilarious.
When you go into like the cool down, then you can have something like
Hamilton. It's quiet uptown.
Yeah.
In the room where it happened. The room where that's Waits. Room where it happened. Room. Okay, we need to go. We're just now completely past. Like
bend and snap.
This is Pandemonium.
Life is Pandemonium. My goodness, we're gonna make.
We could do aerobics class to Magic Foot. Right, we need to go. We're gonna lose listeners like by the hundreds here, because we're just like talking nonsense.
No, but this is how we're gonna fund your movie musical Mary Poppins. We're going to do a gym.
Sorry, am I having to look for funding now? I thought this was happening.
Yes, because the writer that you've requested is ridiculous.
Like this Pandemonium.
Okay, I'm going to ask you, what would you rather?
Oh, I forgot we hadn't done that yet. I was just off on my musical theatre gym.
Would you rather have an awkward sneeze mid-performance, or would you rather forget the words mid-song?
Awkward sneeze, you just move on. Words mid-song is my idea of hell.
I know. It's awful.
Total nightmare.
Awful.
Awkward sneeze. I'm just trying to think how you could like
Well, it
get
also
round it.
depends on what you're doing. Like if you're doing Adelaide's Lament, that's perfectly fine.
You're very funny though with your sneezes. When you try and hide your sneeze, you do like a wee. It's very cute.
Because
Whereas
the sneezes are quite long.
I realised, and I did it the other day, and I got the same reaction. Because I obviously sneeze in school an awful lot, but I sneezed at home the other day, and the reaction I got was like, "What was that?" And I can't tell. Like it just is a reaction. So I sneeze, I go, "Achoo!" Like I put in a wee at the end, but I don't realise I'm doing it. And like it was like, sorry, what? What was that? And I was like, oh yeah, I just do that when I sneeze sometimes. Like looking at me like I've got 5 heads. I'm like, sorry.
Okay, that's something else.
Okay, you are strange.
Oh gosh, right. We need to stop this podcast and go.
Do you know what we need?
Together for this.
The gym.
Gym.
And then after that, can we do a plan for, I think we should put spelling bee on.
Yeah,
I think we
let's
should
do it.
produce spelling bee.
Right.
With your 18-year-old,
Okay.
playing the, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's do that.
Well,
we're busy.
Listen, we might not be back next week because we'll be in the boardroom.
Lots of participants.
I just like stroked your leg. I didn't like. I thought that was the pillow, not your leg. Sorry. Life is pandemonium. Let's sign off now. Until next week, we love you very much. Bye.
Tune in as the memories grow.